From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, before we get to the forecast, I want to tell you about a great event and a great contest that Haas Farms is putting on here. It is the Christmas Light Decorating Contest. And of course, the deadline for this is December 5th. And they have got over $2,000 worth of prizes. So who doesn't like a prize? Who doesn't like a good contest? So be sure to head on over to historichaasfarms.com/light-contest. And you can enter to win prizes. Should be a lot of fun. Be sure to check that out. Again, that's December 5th is that deadline. All right, so here's the deal. And I really haven't changed these headlines for a few days because overall we're not seeing much change in that overall pattern here. So cool and unsettled the rest of this week through the weekend. I'm also expecting snow levels between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. That being said, when you get to those lower elevations, we're not going to see a lot of accumulating snow. You have to go above 6,000, 7,000 feet before you start seeing anything significant. But we're also looking at mainly dry conditions going into early next week. So you can kind of see how this activity kind of coming in from the north and west. So all of this activity is moving in our direction, mainly in the form of clouds and some showers here. But things could get a little bit heavier for parts of the coast. Here's the main line. Now this is definitely a lot heavier. A lot of times these future cast tends to be a little bit overly aggressive with the overall intensity of the rain that we see here, but this is the main cold front. As we go through the afternoon, what we're going to start to see happen is around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that cold front will weaken. And what it will do is bring us a few brief showers, light showers, for parts of the valley. Is it going to be much? No. We're talking about a few hundredths of an inch of rainfall. But look at the snow that we're seeing, especially in Siskiyou County. So on I-5 near Mount Shasta City, we may see some light accumulation on I-5 near Mount Shasta City, not to mention on Snowman Summit on Highway 89. But Caltrans will most likely be able to stay on top of that. I don't anticipate that is any major delays. That being said, through this afternoon and evening, you need to keep a close eye on those road conditions. Go to the quick map from Caltrans to check those chain requirements and any of those latest conditions here. Let's take you into about 5, 6 o'clock this evening. Now the main band is off to our east. We're seeing snow around El Turris, not to mention, again, between, say at this point, 3,500, 4,500 feet. You'll notice that main cold front, as it begins to exit our region tonight, we still have some instability for the coast. Again, I think it's overdoing it on the intensity, but I still think some showers this evening and tonight for parts of the north coast. In fact, we'll take you to about 10 o'clock tonight. There you can see that cold front has now passed off to our east. We're no longer dealing with that. Just a little bit of that instability for the north coast, in particular Del Norte and Humboldt counties. Let's take a look at your Friday forecast. And there you can see in the morning, most of it is in Del Norte County, maybe a few flurries, especially into Siskiyou County, but nothing major, shouldn't create any impacts, that is. We go through the afternoon on Friday. Look how dry it is. I think it will be dry for the valley eastward through the day on Friday. If you see a passing sprinkle, don't be surprised, but mainly dry. Good for the Christmas tree lighting for Redding downtown. But there you can see it's mainly to the north in Siskiyou County. Once again, about 3,500 foot snow levels, but no major snow is in the forecast. Then we take you into Saturday. Same situation here. In fact, I don't anticipate much in the way of rain for anyone with the exception of maybe the north coast. But look at this. I mean, fairly dry, maybe a few snow flurries once again for parts of Siskiyou County, but that's it. It's fairly dry with mostly cloudy skies on Saturday. So I think it will be mainly dry. So forecast rainfall totals, if you are hoping for a lot and you live in the valley, you're going to have to hope harder because we're only talking about a few hundreds here and there. Most of the rainfall, as expected, is going to be off to the west over Del Norte County in particular. How much snow? Not a lot. Again, you have to go above 6,000 feet where you start seeing some of those darker shades of blue. That is getting upwards of close to a foot of snow, but not quite. So even at those higher elevations, I think we'll even struggle to get up to a foot of snow. But bottom line for Alturas, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Yeah, you could certainly see a nice dusting of snow on the ground, and not to mention the surrounding mountains, Mount Shasta, Lassen, and many of the other surrounding mountains will have a nice dusting of snow, making for a beautiful sight once things clear out. Next 3 days, the main impact will be on Cedar Pass right here, maybe on Highway 97 heading up to Oregon, but otherwise you'll be free and clear on Highway 299, probably just dealing with some wet roadways, but I don't anticipate there to be snow, even say on Buckhorn Summit. Borderline Buckhorn Summit with snow there, but it won't be a lot of accumulating snow there. And then, of course, heading off to the east, you can see some fairly minor impacts as well, so it shouldn't really be that big of a deal when we're talking about travel. That being said, you need to keep a close eye on those road conditions if you are going to be traveling over the next few days in the mountains. There's Sunday, not much going on. We take you into Monday, maybe some showers along the coast, otherwise dry for Monday, Tuesday. And now I'm seeing indications that sometime around Wednesday into Thursday of next week, we could see another round of weak activity passing through. But overall, long range, we're just not seeing much rain or snow for that matter. Wave heights for today between 9 and 10 feet. We're not going to see much change from that as we go into your Friday, so still fairly high wave heights there. So here's what it looks like today. I've got some raindrops falling from these clouds here, but don't let that deter you. If you have outdoor plans, I wouldn't cancel them. There could be a brief light shower through this afternoon in the valley, otherwise fairly dry. Cold off to the east, maybe some snow flurries there, especially later on this afternoon and evening. And then, of course, I do expect to continue to see the off and on chances for showers for the North Coast, including the inland areas, and not to mention Trinity County most likely seeing a little bit of activity as well. Let's go and take a look at your 7-day outlook, and that 7-day outlook will show the snow levels between 3 and 4,000, 3,500, 4,500 feet, somewhere within that range here. Is this going to be a lot of snow on all of these days? Absolutely not. That's the case for Alturas. That's the case for Susanville. In fact, for Susanville and for the Eastern Mountains in general, I've just got that chance in there. I mean, you're just not going to see much. And then it dries out from Monday for Tuesday. And then maybe by Wednesday, Mount Shasta seeing some activity. But Wednesday of next week, Eastern Mountains, Modoc County, most likely dry. For the valley, there you can see the showers today, nothing heavy, and then a chance off and on for Friday through Sunday, but honestly, more dry than wet for Friday through this upcoming weekend. Dry conditions are expected 100% by Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe some showers coming in late in the day on Wednesday for the valley. How about the North Coast? Off and on chances for showers could continue even into Monday. If we see a break at all for the coast, it will be on Tuesday with maybe another chance for showers by next Wednesday. Inland, I think we'll dry things out again for Monday, Tuesday. That's also the case for Trinity County with that chance for showers coming in next Wednesday.